Mr. Gray will see you now. Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name's EJ Marino and this is About Last Night, the show where I talk about the movie I saw last night, and boy do I have a movie for you. I'm talking about the raunchy, and it's not that raunchy. I'm talking about the super fun, it's not that fun. Okay, I'm talking about 50 Shades Freed.
Tear us apart.
We've made it, everybody. We've made it through the 50 Shades franchise. Let's give all of ourselves a pat on the back for doing that, because this was a journey through some schlocky, insanely bad, cheesy, fun movies. I do not hate the 50 Shades franchise like most people. I actually find them to be the perfect right amount of like campy, cheesy, bad movie and like sexy, softcore porn. You mix that together, you got a movie I would like. I love movies about sex. 9.5 Weeks, Showgirls, Nymphomaniac. These are movies I enjoy. So to see a mainstream movie like 50 Shades Freed try to bring sex back into like Hollywood films, I love that they're trying. Keyword, trying, because this movie still doesn't go the full Monty. It still doesn't go completely filthy. This movie is not filthy enough, but it is pretty fun. I actually enjoyed the bulk of this movie. There is a good chunk that I'm like, okay, I could deal with one less sex scene. Oh, we're going on a trip to the middle of the woods and we're bringing the whole family. For what? There's just a lot of things that I'm like, you're wasting time. This is the last movie. Get to the good juicy bits. And then they get to the good juicy bits and they rush through it. The entire third act of this movie, when it starts getting really intense and start getting to that like erotic thriller level, I was just like, yes, queen, do it. Oh, it's over. It's just insane what they do with this, where I'm like, you finally hit erotic thriller territory. We're almost at like a Basic Instinct, Fatal Attraction like style movie, and then they just don't got like, they don't go all the way with it. For this movie to deal with people going all the way and there's a lot of like full-on sex, there's not a lot of full-on action. There's not a full-on like thrilling drama, because I was hoping for that. This movie kind of promised me the ending finale. Here's this big bold thing we set up in 50 Shades Darker with her boss and he's coming back, and it lasts like 5 minutes. It's really disappointing, because the moment I was gonna like insanely praise this film about, they cut it short. Like they really rushed through this third act and it's almost unforgivable, because it's like, that was the best bit of your film and you're just like, do you want a montage like of a previously on all the 50 Shades? Because we got that for 5 minutes, but we can't give enough to the villain of the movie. I'm just a little upset with that, because they had it. They had a movie that I could have completely praised and been like, look, this is bad, cheesy fun, have a great time. But I can't give it that kind of, I can't give this movie a pass. I'm going to say this is a bad movie, but I still had an okay time watching. They're harmless. None of these movies are going to be like award-winning movies. Maybe they'll win a Razzie, but honestly, they're really not that bad. Okay, I'm lying to you guys. Dakota Johnson she's a struggle to watch. Sometimes I'm like, are you in the same room as him? Like, are you acting with other people? Or like, this reminds me when people do movies with green screen and you could tell they're acting against like a green screen character. I felt like every time that I saw Anastasia Steele on like screen, I'm like, who are you acting with? Like, they're not in the room, are they? Because you're lost. Like, even her eye level, which like eye levels in a movie when you're looking at somebody and I'm looking at you and you're here. Sometimes I'm just like, girl, you looking at the ceiling. He's not that tall. Like, she's not a great actress, and she really does distract from this movie being like, great. Like Elizabeth Berkley in Showgirls. She was not a great actress, but she owned that insanity. Like, just Dakota Johnson doesn't own the insanity of these movies, and that really like hurts the whole performance and the whole piece.
Nice one.
Do I recommend you see this movie? If you're a fan of the 50 Shades franchise, you've already bought your ticket. You're already gonna go see 50 Shades Freed. But if you're not a fan of the 50 Shades franchise, this is not gonna win you over. You're not gonna see this movie and be like, I'm gonna run out and read every one of these books. Don't read them anyway. But I just was like, oh, come on. Like, I could have sold this to more people if they would have went a route that I like. If you would have went to 9.5 Weeks, Angel Heart, Basic Instinct, if you would have went to that level of like erotic, nasty thriller, yes. But no, they don't. So I will recommend this to anyone who likes this franchise or who's looking for a really fun time at the movies. Or like just go in there, go with a couple of friends, have a couple of drinks before. You'll love it. Don't go into this sober because it's gonna be painful for some, especially like white dudes. Like I kind of feel bad for like the straight male demographic who gets dragged to these movies because this is not for you. You don't love the campy craziness. You don't. Maybe the nudity, but there's not a lot of nudity. Hold on, let's get back to the nudity real quick. 3 movies in the franchise and I did not see his penis once? Like I said, would I recommend you see this movie? Go check out 50 Shades Freed if you're a fan of the franchise. If you're not, avoid it, you're just gonna annoy yourself. I had a decent time, I laughed, I chuckled. I laughed again, intentionally and sometimes unintentionally. Like, sometimes the jokes were bad, sometimes the jokes worked. I think this movie is fine, it's harmless. Go see it if you have nothing else to do, but honestly, we're just all waiting for Black Panther to come out, so just see this while you wait for Black Panther.